Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda.
You're mute.
Good evening. How are you guys? It's good to be here. What happened then? Okay, I'm back. See that? No hands.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening. How are you? Viewers around the world. Well, we're actually getting a few viewers around the world, guys. We know the Americans watch the show on the way to work and that. I got a few friends over there now. Obviously, as a fair few of you that know, we do a little bit of chatting over there and talking, and it's going well, guys. We are getting word out. The world is uniting, all right, and we're watching a lot of stuff come down. The mainstream media, welcome back to the war of propaganda versus truth. Seriously, that's what it is, guys. All right, and we're going to be in trouble for telling the truth because of what's going out in there in society, guys. All right, it's been a crazy night last night. Big throw out to Chris Coveries. I watched his live stream of the event last night at the church with the bishop, and I'm glad the bishop's fine. He's a great guy. But yeah, watched his live stream, and people were giving him, he's going, oh, get a better shot. Is there a better view on here? Is there this, that, man? They were running for like what they were calling hard cover. The cops were calling hard cover. I mean, yeah, it got a little bit, big throw out to Chris Coveries for turning up down there and getting as far as he could in the middle of it, you know what I mean? And getting a feed out for us guys. But yeah, we've actually heard a few statements from the priest, and guys, it created exactly what they wanted to create, or what they do want to create. All right, we're going to go into a little bit of that on the show. We got a couple of clips that'll roll into each other and show you that they're already guilty of this sort of thing, in the past. Okay, so who's not to say that it's just happening again? So just share it out, guys. Righto. So just remember that we do have Mars out there, guys. It's called a military auxiliary radio system. Just wanted to throw that out there. All right. Now we will be talking to I've sent a few. We've had a bit of liaison, one with SG. We're just getting on to Derek now, but yeah, we will have a a pretty decent shot of our coming show, guys. And it's going to have to go for a little while. It's going to be a decent show. By the look of it, with a whistleblower from somewhere, I won't tell you where, but yeah. So stay in tune for that, and we'll have SG and Derek together maybe, so we can get into a bit of other stuff maybe as well. Right, the stock exchange building at Borsen in Copenhagen, right? Denmark is on fire, guys. There's video out there. I've seen it. Okay, so again, I haven't had time to look at it. I go for a scout, 15, 20 minutes before we come on the show, just to make sure there's nothing I haven't, just happening now off a few channels. But that is something. So just things to know about it, right? It's a building from the 17th century, 1625, bit of be fact. It's now owned by Danish Commerce Maersk, which is the giant shipping industry. You see their containers out there. The iconic white star on a light blue background can be seen on containers and larger vessels. Interesting fact, the tip of the building was 4 intertwined dragon tails, dragons looking into 4 different directions, which were topped by 3 crowns representing the kingdoms of Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. This tip was fully in flames and actually fell down to the ground. If you know, you know. Singapore PM, Lee to step down. Deputies to take over on May the 15th. So that's, today over there, guys. So, yeah, we'll see what goes on there. Iran apparently closing its nuclear facility for security considerations, their chief says. Something there on Hotchkop. I'm watching that live feed today, guys, and, there is a lot of rain over there. I'm just watching that thing.
Okay, hopefully that wasn't for us.
No,
okay, continue.
People going off. They've been yelling and screaming all over out there. Anyway, so yeah, guys, I've been watching that live feed that I put you onto on Rumble, and look, we mightn't have one right on the Gaza Strip there, but I'm telling you, they're live feeds. I've been watching it. I've had my eye on it, and as I said, when beginning of the show, welcome back to the war of propaganda versus truth, guys. All right. Is there stuff going on? Yes, there is. Is there as much as what they want you to believe? No, there's not. Okay. So just remember, this is a war of the devil. He's a deceiver. All right. He's here to distract and deceive. All right. So let's just get our, we've had a great meeting today. You're going to see the website, guys. You're going to blow out, man. All right. We're integrating some stuff, some people that I knew before and I've known for a while. I've worked with them. We're going to integrate some stuff into the website, and it's a one-stop shop, guys. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Okay, so that's going on. Cazz come in, and what else have we got here? We were meant to have a guest on tonight, but he hasn't. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, guys. So, yeah, something's going there. And the other thing was Trump. He's been told that he has to attend every court appearance. If he misses one, they're going to arrest him. Now, he's also got a graduation for Barron coming up, and he asked for leave. And you know what they said to him? You will attend every session. So, yeah, they're really up against him, guys. All right, it's on out there. So, yes, Cazz, come in. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you? All right. So a lot has happened. Second stabbing in Sydney within 72 hours. And of course, we've got straight out of the gates, the Daily Mail, of course, which is such a prestigious rag. And what do they have here? Oh, the bishop. Who is Bishop Mari Emanuel, priest at Wakeley's Christ the Good Shepherd Church, attacked in second Sydney stabbing, is a known anti-vaxxer with a huge online following. So that's how they basically smear him straight away. This man spoke out against the vaccines. That's exactly right. Spoke out against the vaccines, and then also went on to he actually went to Gaza, and he was berating the Israel, saying, look, why are you killing these little children? This little girl is an angel. So he was actually friends to the Palestinians. So it makes no sense whatsoever that this Assyrian converted to Muslim would attack him. Okay, so you got to look at sui bono, cubono, who anyway, the Latin word for who benefits. Okay, and then we have this guy here
on
who benefits.
the
Watch
online
this
information. I've spoken with Minister Rowland, has acted this morning, as has the E-Safety Commissioner. We remain concerned about the role of social media, including the publication of videos that can be very harmful, particularly for younger people who have access. Anyone with a phone essentially can do that. We quadrupled the funding for the E-Safety Commissioner in last year's budget. We continue to work with the E-Safety Commissioner and to use what powers are at our disposal to demand that material be taken down, and I know that the AFP Commissioner and the security agencies are engaged in that as well. We'll continue to monitor it to make sure that these issues are dealt with expeditiously.
Just going back to the issue
Siri,
of
you're
media, besides the graphic content that's out there, there's also been a fair bit of misinformation. Are you concerned at a time like this?
Here comes the misinformation.
Yeah. Look at him.
Of course I'm concerned by social media. I'm concerned by social media at
Listen
times
to
like
this.
this, but there's probably not a day would go past I'd find it unusual if there wasn't things online that didn't cause some concern. I think at times like this, where everyone is a publisher, it can create some real difficulties. And I just say to people, think before you press send, because this can have
What about our comments on you?
a really disruptive impact on people. I've said before that often
Yes,
on social media, people will say things they would never say to your face.
Yes, we would.
I don't look at the comments on my social media post.
Give us a chance.
If I did, it would be very difficult to go about.
Now, this is the
Very
man who
difficult
ran
to
away.
go about his day. Did you hear what he was saying? He said if he looked at his social comments on his clips, that it would be very hard for him to go about his day. That's because everyone in Australia is calling you out and calling you a friggin' muppet. You're just as Benny used to say, you're a Siri idiot.
Now, on that, when he said they wouldn't say to your face, do you remember that one of our followers, I think it was, who accosted him prior to the election, asked him about the 28, and he tucked his tail between his legs and ran? Okay?
Yeah,
now, who is the E-Safety Commissioner? This is from the World Economic Forum, guys.
She's a load of
Julie
bollocks.
Inman Grant is Australia's E-Safety Commissioner. Well, isn't that just incredible? Oh, what a coincidence that she's actually... They're going along with the World Economic Forum, and she just happens to have history.
And Albo's just quadrupled their money.
That's right. That's right. So, and Chris Minns has come out of the gate and he's gone, New South Wales needs to come together. And it's why I called a meeting with faith leaders across Western Sydney. The message is clear from all faiths. Violence has no place here. We must let police carry out their investigations into last night's events. Now, just on that, okay, violence has no place here. I completely and utterly agree with you, actually.
Yeah.
However, I think that this is extraordinary powers granted to police in the wake of terror attack. Okay, temporary powers have been granted to police to allow them to search people, vehicles, and property after the alleged terror attack in Sydney's west. So, isn't that incredibly? What a coincidence, Dave! What a coincidence!
Look, I don't know. Maybe they just understood that, like, there's a danger out there, and they would understand that danger because I asked the question, are they responsible? And maybe, Cazz come up with this, but we were having a talk. I won't say, okay, me and Cazz will take shared responsibility for this because, if anyone's going to cop the axe, we'll take it together. But we've got a hashtag, guys, and it's very simple. We want going, and it's we blame you. Hashtag we blame you.
Hang on a minute.
Right.
We have more to this. Remember, it was only a few months ago in this Senate hearing where the feds were asked. Now, it ended up coming out that they had been doing this.
Radicalisation was happening as a result of the actions of your own officers. Senator,
Do you accept the magistrate's finding?
listen, we acknowledge the magistrate's finding, we accept the finding, but...
So you're radicalising the kids.
One final question.
You're radicalising a 13-year-old boy with autism. Has anyone been held to account? Have you been held to account?
Okay.
Has the undercover operatives been held to account? Has anyone been held to account for this?
Your final question.
So just in relation to that question, it was not our position, not our intent to
You did it.
If you can let me finish the question, Senator. The person was on the path to radicalisation long before we became involved, long before Victoria Police came involved.
It was the AFP who recommended he become a sniper and a suicide bomber.
Exactly.
It was the AFP who put that in his mind. A 13-year-old boy with autism with an IQ of 71. Is anyone held to account for this? This obscene abuse of power and authority.
So, Senator, that was not our intent and not our purpose.
It's what you did.
It wasn't your intent. It wasn't your purpose. You said
Exactly.
about doing it.
They done
come
it.
out.
And here we have
They
a
did it.
15-year-old kid. Here we have a 15-year-old kid, guys. All right. Huh? Yeah, we asked a question. You know, because that's what we're saying. We need to get these clips, guys, and get the hashtag and send them back to the government. Hashtag, we blame you. Because they are responsible. This is all by design. You and I know it, and we need to let everybody else know it.
And guys, we really need everyone on this hashtag because we need to get out ahead of the curve because they've got their media in a spin at the moment, and they're they're just trying to go ahead with it. Now, Brad Jarman, who I really like and follow on Twitter, he's come out and he has basically said in 2021, you'll need to prove you are jabbed before you enter venues and travel. In 2024, people are getting stabbed, so you will need to prove you are who you are before you enter venues and travel. It's pretty true. Now, Dr. Rami, who I think might have actually been there, he has actually come out and he has said this. And listen to this, guys. This is really important. The first person to check on me today after the stabbing at Mari and subsequent riot was a Muslim friend from the UAE. A witness at the scene reported that Mari approached the assailant, comforted him and said, "My son, don't be afraid, you're forgiven." His Grace is a man of peace. Listen to his words in the video below. The young Muslim who attacked him has been misled by the Jihad Dawah propagandists and doesn't represent the entire Muslim Australian community, many of whom are wonderful friends of mine and advocates for peaceful coexistence. However, we need to acknowledge that jihad poses a real threat. This isn't the only young person influenced by extreme ideologies. There are many such individuals on our streets in Australia. The Christians who rioted outside the church are not regulars, nor are they all Assyrian. They are people who fled to Australia seeking peace from aggressors like the assailant, only to face the same fears of jihad here. Imagine leaving your home country to start anew, only to find the same threats here. Now, Mimi from Syrian Girl, she came out of the bat straight away and basically condemned it. And I think that is fantastic. That's exactly what we need. And we need to stop these people who are celebrating the fact that it was a Muslim attack. Okay, there's no celebration here. No. There's nothing to celebrate, okay? The government is using these attacks to legislate against us and harass us. This
is all by design, guys. I'm telling you, like, okay, this one especially, Bondi, man, we're just working it out, okay? But what did we take? Okay, anyway, don't want to go, but listen, it's going to keep going, guys, all right? This is what they're going to do to ramp this stuff in. There's going to be no debate, right? No discussion. All right, just like the last one. This is where they're heading, guys. The deep state is retreating back to Australia, okay? That's what's going on. Okay, they are in trouble everywhere. I showed you on the live streams that places aren't as they seem. Yes, there's shit going on. Yes, there is. All right, but it's nothing like they would like you to believe, guys. All right, what we need to do is get to the job here in Australia, in your local area, and begin to take your life back. All right. And even then, numbers are starting to stuff up. Guys, this is the first time I've ever seen our screen actually show over 1,000. You know what I mean? Like, so they're actually losing the game somewhere else too, Caz, because we would never see that on here. We know how many people are watching, and it's each more than what's up there on my screen, 1,079. You know what I mean? But the actual, you know, last Friday night, for anyone who wasn't watching, you know, our Wi-Fi got removed from the computers, me and Mel. before we go live, 5 minutes before. Monday night, I've got no volume on my computer. I still haven't gone back to it. I'm still on a different one, actually. But, guys, and now you can see what's happening in the atmosphere. That's just us, little crew here. All right, we are making a noise out there, all right? But, okay, that's us, right? Look what Albo and that are doing to use this stuff. You know, don't worry about what they're doing to us, what they're going to do to you, all right, and us, okay, because they're coming at you and they're coming hard.
If whichever way you look at it, we blame them, okay? If it's because of
we blame them.
radicalization, immigration, unkept immigration, the allowing of the radical imams to basically keep on their radical path, they are creating the chaos that we are currently seeing. And then they're trying to bring in this wonderful solution for digital ID, facial recognition, and strip searches, basically. Oh, wait till they bring you lockdowns. That'll be just awesome. You know, this is where they're going. Okay, so guys, get all these clips. They're all over Twitter. They're all over Facebook.
Yep.
Send them to the leaders. Send them to Christopher Min. Send them to Albo.
Hashtag
we blame
you. We blame you because we know. All right. Or I asked the question: are we correct in what we are assuming? And we shouldn't assume because it makes an ass out of you and me. But I think we're fact finding here. Okay, because we got facts to back up. They're repetitive all the time, guys, right? We've been watching it for how long now? We knew it was going to get to our shores sooner or later. I told you it was going to get here pretty soon, and bang, here it is on the doorstep. We have then we call it, you know what I mean, and bang, we're okay. We were a wrong state, but guess what? Another incident.
Melbourne, Victoria today.
Okay, families flee machete wheel mob as savage gang fight erupts at suburban shopping centre in fresh outbreak of terrifying violence. Here we go, guys. That's guys, I told you it was going to get friggin' bumpy, man. All right? And there ain't no seatbelt that's going to hold you in your seat except the armour of the good Lord. All right? This is going to get bumpy, guys. This is where they want to take us. They know we're standing up, and this is what they're going to do. All right? Get the petition. Get the motion. All right, there's a motion out there, guys. Get to our website, stoptherot.org. From there, you'll see a motion to sign. Sign the motion. Let's get this thing moving, guys. All right, because I'm telling you, they are ramping it up.
All right, Alex, before we go ahead, let me just do some house cleaning keeping here. While we've got over 1,100 watching, guys. Fix on tonight. With this ship, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. Now she is interviewing Glenn Fisher. He's the author of Predator's Paradise. It will be an absolutely riveting interview. He is the victim of sex crimes. Sex crimes against children, basically. Okay. Really riveting interview. You must share it out, guys. You must share it out to everywhere because they're not going to leave it up.
Yeah, Glenn's a legend. We'll get him on the show. I was going to get him earlier, guys, but then he got tied up in all his stuff he was doing when I was first talking to him, you know. So, you know, yeah, Judy, you're right, mate. We all knew. That's what I mean. I don't have to tell you. I'm putting it out there like that, Judy, because we do have an audience that's growing and people need to be aware and, you know, giving them confidence that we pick things and they come true. All right, we know what's going on. And, yeah, we've all got it, Judy. Don't you worry, mate. All of us, mate. You're all on the chats out there on Twitter and that, guys. And if you haven't been onto our spaces on Twitter, guys, all right, find me on Twitter, Stop the Rot 7, okay, and get on there, guys. This is where you will get into discussions, all right, where we can open up the debate, and I can talk a lot more than what I can talk on here, all right? And, we've got another one tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, another Twitter space, all right? So Stop the Rot 7, guys, get onto it, right? And, get in the conversation, right? We're motivating each other. This is what this is all about, all right? And now we're in the grand final, guys, all right? Last few minutes of the grand final now, all right? Come on.
All right, so Anthony from avweather.net, he's doing a speaking tour in New South Wales and he's going to Mangapla Hall in Mangapla. That's on Saturday the 1st of June and it's from 9:30 a.m. to 10 or 10 a.m. start. It's a cost of $20. And so just basically if you're in the area, make sure that you get along to that. All right, our next story involves more redeeming. Let's have a listen to this and how it was presented in the UK.
A lot of people over here won't have heard of what happened to you, but it is quite shocking.
John Pursuto will gamble his reputation fighting to expel controversial MP Moira Deeming.
Essentially, this is all over her attending a women's rights march.
Do you want to start at the beginning?
I decided to attend a rally that Kelly J. Keane was running in my home state of Victoria. So I attended on the day. I helped with a little bit of organisation.
And the event was Let Women Speak.
Women who just don't fancy having girl dicks shoved in their daughters' faces in the change rooms at the pool.
And the idea is it's about women's rights.
We want the right to go to a toilet without a biological man coming in there.
And at that event, some neo-Nazis...
They turned up on the street about 15, 20 metres away. I thought they were the trans rights activists. The event ended, we all went and had champagne together. It was a great night.
Cheers, everyone.
Then I got called into HQ and I was asked a very odd question, do you know any Nazis?
Moira Deeming has had an association with people who organised the rally, who have shared platforms with and viewpoints with people who promote Nazi views or sympathies.
You're not actually talking about the Nazis, you're talking about these three women.
The reason why he's going forward with cancelling her is because of her association to you.
She was involved in the organisation of an event with a UK woman who was interviewed by someone, and that person interviewed someone that you and I both think is pretty reprehensible.
I was guilty by association, by association. It was like 3 or 4 times removed.
No, there's more than that. There's a fuller list.
She's done videos with Richard Spencer, Mark Collett, Ku Klux Klan leader David Duke.
I've never met or spoken to either of those men ever.
Pursuto's subsequent release of this list contained nothing to substantiate his claims against Deeming or Keane.
It was referencing Wikipedia.
Someone's on a Wikipedia page and I can't even edit it.
The Nazis said, I don't like Moira. They don't support Moira. Moira's not an ally. Moira Deeming, you don't support her?
No, absolutely not.
Does she support you reckon?
No, absolutely not.
It was a deliberate attempt to conflate the two, when clearly there's no correlation between the two.
He was shown that he was talking utter nonsense.
But instead of clearing Deeming and admitting that he overreacted to something that was never her fault,
he stuck with it. He stuck with the lies.
Victorian Liberals have today voted to expel controversial MP Moira Deeming from the party.
MP Moira Deeming dumped after she attended a women's rights protest gatecrashed by Nazis.
Today, a good woman, a woman who has survived terrible childhood trauma, to be a warrior for girls and women, was expelled from the Liberal Party.
We want the party to be mainstream and be a voice for all Victorians.
Furious members held up signs in support of former Liberal MP Moira Deeming.
It's a shameful thing to do, and Moira's standing up for the safeguarding of children. You're supposed to be Conservatives, for God's sake.
I'm not having the slur of Nazism attached to my name, my family name, and have my children be treated the way that I have now been treated. I'm now in the position where I have to sue my leader for defamation.
Opposition leader John Pursuto was served legal papers.
I'm not required to take them. I'm a lawyer. And this is outrageous.
2 rally organisers will also lodge defamation suits against him.
What John Pursuto said about me was demonstrably untrue, and it's had a far-reaching effect on myself and anyone associated with me.
For Angie Jones, it was weaponised against her in divorce proceedings. It impacted her children's lives at school and her role in the community.
That had repercussions all over the world.
For Kelly J. Keane, the media followed her to New Zealand, where she was subsequently assaulted and had to leave the country because of the threat on her life.
I mean, John Pursuto needs to take a look in the mirror.
This definitely needs investigation. It's a serious set of allegations.
You would never run some of these stories against the government.
His media tactics are shocking.
We just want fair treatment in the media.
It's been nearly 12 months since the Let Women Speak rally, and John Pursuto has not apologised to any of these women.
All he had to do was come out and stand by his MP, who had done absolutely nothing wrong. She wasn't there to spill bile or hate.
The reason why I'm against these things is not because I'm a bigot, it's because I am a survivor of rape. I am a mother of 4 children. I have 3 daughters. I'm a teacher. I know what child safeguarding is. I know how important it is.
She was there to stand up for women's rights.
If the LGBTQI can have their rights, that's fine. But why does it involve taking away everybody else's rights?
You make claims based on a Wikipedia page when you're supposed to be a serious politician. is preposterous. What a shameful man.
Corruption at its best, even on their own, slinging mud, throwing each other under the bus. It's just a load of bullshit. The quicker we get them all out of there, the better. Feel sorry for the girl, you know what I mean? But you're going to go and play in the friggin' snake pit, guess what? Get expected to get bitten. Yep.
Okay, guys.
We've got Wade.
Yes.
We've got Wade. Hang on, let me bring him in. Wade, welcome. Can you hear us?
G'day, mate. How are you?
Yes. We're in Western Australia at the minute and we're travelling on the road here, so I think we've got reasonable service, so it should do okay, mate.
That's the way, mate. Yeah, how are you? How you going?
Look, we're under the pump. It's been very heavy duty and very hard going. Yesterday we were on the east coast of Australia and doing things in Rockhampton, and today we're just in Perth and just heading south of Perth on the west coast. So we're getting around a little bit, mate.
Well, you are getting around, mate. So how's the message going out there, Wade? What can you tell us, mate? So Wade's from Billboard Battalion, guys. Other people out there doing the same thing as what, we're all doing here and a lot of other people around Australia doing, which is trying to, maybe wake up as many as them normies out there to what's going on with this tyrannical government and this overreach, this, killing of our culture and our landscape and our livestock and everything else. So, how was the reception out there, Wade? And what would you like to tell the Australian people?
Good work that you people. So first of all, look, great work that you're also doing. We have to say that, and everybody who does these kind of things is doing a fantastic job. Secondly, the messaging that we're getting from people, is really encouraging. We've got people who are starting to wake up more and more, and we deliver a very hard-hitting message from Billboard Battalion, and that's our style, and that's what I do. And now we're seeing people responding to this. So the main part of our tour that we're doing at the minute, and for people who might not know, Billboard Battalion is touring up through New South Wales and Queensland, and now also we've been asked to come to Western Australia by community members over here and farmers and so on. So our messaging is really starting to have an effect, and not 1 minute too soon, because things are becoming very, very serious and very critical and very urgent.
They certainly are, mate. We're just talking about that on the show, Wade. You probably see it later, but I can't. There's something I'll have a laugh about. I can't post in your Billboard Battalions, but anyway, see what your admins are. There could be something with me and Telegram, mate. So who knows? You know what I mean? But yeah, I get pretty well highly censored, but I do try to get a few things and keep up with what you're doing. It's hard to keep up with everyone, Wade, but yeah, you're out there, you're doing it, mate. And the look, the general consensus out there, I talk to people all the time, obviously living where I live down here. I'm a pretty private person, but obviously when I get out in public, everyone sort of knows me and I'm free to talk to everybody. But a lot of people are, coming to the consensus of there's something really wrong. They just don't know where to go to find out about it, Wade. You know what I mean? And this is part of the advertisement that you're doing, that we're doing, and that we're starting to see come across Australia-wide now. So, look, it is time, and it's been too long. I think that we're really getting a good message out there. As I said, people are now looking for how they can find out the information because they know things aren't right. Life's not meant to be how life's meant to be. So, yeah, comment.
So we may be having a slight problem with the service out here, but anyway, we're doing the best we can. So
you're right, Blake.
This is one of the very reasons, what you've just said. The people who invited us to come across to Western Australia in the first place, when they contacted me, they said that a lot of the farmers in their area and a lot of the community members are starting to work out that things are wrong. And, the agricultural side of it's getting tougher and tougher. And the other side about jobs and businesses, we're just talking to people here in Western Australia, and they're seeing a lot of businesses shut down and a lot of jobs that are going. And the people who contacted us said that people know things are wrong. People are getting sick. People are dying all over the place, and now they're wanting somebody who will come into the community and tell them point blank what's going on, because they've had a gutsful, and they know the politicians are lying to them. They know the bureaucrats and the media are lying to them, and now they're just getting angry and they want answers. So that's why they've called Billboard Battalion to go across there.
Beautiful.
And it's interesting to note. You want to say, Guru?
No, you're right. I just said beautiful, mate. You're just doing, it's marvellous, mate. You know, like what I mean? You've got people actually asking you to come over there and help get the word out. This is what we need. This is called, you know, community spirit, guys. This is what we've been talking about, you know, for a long, long time. The distractions of the world is not what Australia should be into at this present time. Okay, they are distractions. It's 90% crap, 10% real. They are trying to distract you while they bring in their dystopian laws, right, and control you and lock you up a little bit more. And Wade's out there doing what we all need to be doing, whatever you get led to do, guys. But obviously, I think the good Lord's put it on Wade's heart what they should have been doing, because it's been very successful. It's been out there. It's got a good following. It's getting a job out, a message out. All right. And get behind it, guys. We just want to see you go forward, mate, and get on them highways. But ask him what part of West A. Where are you going in West A? We've got people that want to know. So give us a bit of an explanation on where you're going, what you're doing.
Yeah, well, we're excuse me. Our primary engagement is in the southwest of Western Australia at a place called Katanning, and that's just up from Albany.
Yep.
So,
been there.
And that's going to be a big community arrangement there, and we also are intending to be in Albany for Anzac Day. As people might be aware that, you know, Albany in Western Australia is where the Anzacs sailed from.
Yep.
So I think that the fact that we're over here on Anzac Day is very significant. I think it's very symbolic. And there seems to be a number of things that are really just remarkably dropping into place, such as, you know, the tour that we're doing up in Queensland at Rockhampton. We're going back up to Rockhampton on the 5th of May, because that's when they're having their once every 3 year beef week, Rockhampton being the beef capital of Australia. And it's incredible how these things are just dropping into place. It's bizarre how things are just dropping in exactly the right time when it's needed. I don't sort of get that 100%, but anyway, something's going on.
Yeah, something is going on, mate. We're in a biblical war. That's my view on that, Wade. And I think you know, sort of probably would know that as well. You know, this is a spiritual battle where we're fighting evil itself here. We're doing a magnificent job. And yeah, we just got to keep it up. So look, mate, great to hear from you. All right, just keep up the good work you're doing out there. If you need any promotion, you need anything, mate, the show's here. It's the People's Channel, all right? And we'd like to get behind you and help you.
Well, look, that sounds absolutely amazing. And I mean, the main messaging, you know, that we've been pushing at the minute is in the agricultural sector. You know, they're trying to wipe out the red meat market, and we're doing a lot of work in that space to try and get our farmers on board. And when we talk to them about the World Economic Forum, the United Nations and the World Health Organization, a lot of this stuff it's new to them, if you know what I mean, and it takes a bit of getting their head around. But it's a hard gig with the most conservative group of people in Australia, but these things are so critical, and you know, we're looking at stuff coming up right now in the next few months that's going to possibly make us or break us. So it's that urgent and it is that serious.
Well, we've got a great website out there that's getting updated all the time. We're joining in with some other people that you know, I've worked with during the election when I ran for senator, and that they're coming in, and we've got a lot of material there. So yeah, for these people who, you know, these topics, Wade, we to stop the rot, sack the lot.org, okay, is where you can find you know, in the next couple of days, especially, guys, it's getting revamped with some other stuff, but you'll find letterbox drops. You'll find all the pamphlets to do with the climate change, 5G, chemtrails, this, that, the other. It's all there. So, you know, that's also another resource, Dwayne, that you can put out there if you like to, mate. We're really building an informative website where people can come and find out all these topics that are actually going on out there in the community. And it's for people, the actual audiences like you're targeting. They know something's wrong, but they don't really know. So, yeah, that's what we're aiming at now and targeting. So, yeah.
And look, brilliant work. And, you know, as I said earlier, it's people such as yourself who are really pushing this stuff. You know, we're out there doing what we can. There's a lot of other groups and individuals, you know, like there's so many people who are trying to warn the Australian people. And I think they're starting to see now they're ticking off. The 5G stuff is no longer arguable. The digital identification, it's gone through the Senate. This is no longer just conspiracy theories. And these things are serious. The digital currency, we're getting people to understand now that we're seeing cash being withdrawn. We're seeing banks in Western Australia being shut down all over the place. So at the end of the day, you know, the rubber's hitting the road, and the average people now who don't generally subscribe to what we talk about are now coming on board and going, well, we know that something's wrong, and now we're actually becoming hungry to find out exactly what.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, thanks, Wade. Travel safe, mate. Whatever you're on those in your carriage out there. Yeah, traveling around the country, not driving, just traveling. And yeah, be safe, mate. Get the word out. And look, as I said, stoptherotsackthelot.org is a great website also for education. But mate, anytime our show here can help you out, promote something that you're doing, drop us a line. We're here, bro, and we'd love to have you on board.
Well, look, and you know, the Sack the Lot has been around for a fair while now, and you know, you people are making impacts. You're doing great work. So similarly, if you wanted to have a bit of a yarn, we could do an interview or something on Billboard Battalion as well. We'd be happy to promote what you're doing and try and spread the word and build those networks and build those communities, because that's exactly what we need to happen.
That's it.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
Wade.
so much,
Anytime.
Wade.
Yeah, thank you. Enjoy. Hi to your travellers.
Thanks for that, people.
Thanks, mate. Bye. All
All
right,
right, Dave.
Yeah.
We're at 42, Dave. So I'll let you wrap up, and I'll go and grab our outro.
All right, well, there it is, guys. You know, we got people out there on the ground doing everything. Now, as I said, our website, all right, we're linking up with a few people now, guys. You know me, I've always stood on our own, but there are a couple of people out there that we can work with, all right? And we're linking up with them now. And it's, what is it, Mel? The website? Did you know?
I wasn't sure which one you
Yeah.
were. Did you know?
Yeah, did you know? All right. And these guys helped us out in the election. All right. And they were absolutely brilliant.
The links at the top of the comments.
Links at the top of the comments. Okay. So what you can go is get that do you know now, guys, and have a look. But they've got everything, got, you know, and we're just going to integrate with them, guys. All right. To keep pushing the whole thing out. Right. But we're working on our website all the time, guys. It's going absolutely brilliant. We want it out there as a front runner. Why? Because we're not grifters. We're not selling a message. All right. We're giving out the truth, and we're waking Australia. So as you just heard from Waze, when you guys are making an impact, guys. All right. So thank you very much for all your work. All right. Let's keep doing it. All right. Because it's how we win. All right. So thanks
guys,
very much again.
Don't forget, scroll back through Twitter, find those Sydney attack videos,
Yeah,
anything
we
on
blame
it,
you.
article, whatever. Send it to Albo, send it to Chris Minns, and tag them and basically say, hashtag, we blame you. Okay,
Yep.
well, they're not going to get away with this. We're not going to let them, okay? And don't forget, guys, 8:30 tonight, Beck, and she's going to have a great interview. So, make sure that you share it out, okay?
Get on it. And there's a green room on tonight as well, guys. So, yeah, you got plenty to go and watch. Okay. See you guys. Thank you. Love yous all. Bye.
Bye.